All right. Participants. Invite. Be linked. All right. Sorry about that. We're not using our normal streaming software because it won't work with what we're doing. So we have some problems on Zoom. So I apologize for the late start. I just sent the email to the ladies, so they'll be here in a second. I've got the part two ready to go. Let's see, make sure that's ready to go. Yep. Good morning, everybody. Holy shift last night, right? 10/22, 2020. 122 1022 Big day. We got quite a few things going on today. This will be the first one, and the last one's over at the last one starts at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Here's Maryland. Let's see here. Buenos dias.
Good morning. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How about you?
I'm pretty good. Yeah. Very
Big night
eventful.
last night.
What's that?
Big night last night.
It was huge. It was huge. Yeah, it was very big. Still big. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very big. How about you? Was yours too?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think I think that if I look back at the last few days, see what's today? Friday? If I look back
Yep.
to 6 days, 7 days, it's
Yeah.
undeniable. I haven't seen anybody that's I saw so much extreme comment yesterday. I saw I saw a pretty prominent writer who's pretty big out there and has been for a long time make this damning this damning post about politics. Threw more f bombs out than I do. I saw two other people that were just getting after it. Uh, that whole "I got to be right" thing. Prominent too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting. I watched some of the that debate last night because I woke up. It was interesting. So here we go. We can either stay in cartoon land or we can. Here she comes. Keep one foot in front of the other.
Yeah. Definitely.
I feel very raw. Hi, Candace.
Morning.
Morning to you. Sorry about the tech difficulties. That was due to our friends, our wonderful friends, and I'm not making fun of them at Zoom. Looks like we got about 50, 55 people in the house so far. It was well received yesterday. I got a lot of messages. I got all kinds of messages yesterday.
Any questions?
I think there was one question. I'll see if I can find it for the very end. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I heard a story about you, Candace, last night.
Oh my, do tell.
It wasn't bad. It was about a friend of mine that went to see you a few years ago.
Well,
She
I
went to,
hope it was better than nothing bad.
well, it wasn't anything bad.
Said it
She's
again.
she's very sensitive, um, like a lot of these folks, and she pulled into that wherever you're at in that little Kansas town, and she got lost. So she called you, and you were like telling her how to get there, and I got it out of order. Before she got lost, she had this huge energy wave come in, right? And so then she got lost and she called you, guided her in. Y'all sat down, and about 2 minutes into it, she was telling you what happened to her. And then about 2 minutes into it, you received it. And she said, "Oh my God." She was like, look at me and like almost in fright,
Crazy stuff happens. The building is more than 200 years old, and
Really?
I've been there for more than 6 years now.
Wow.
And everything about that building has just gotten better over the years. There were efficiency apartments upstairs for a while, and I kept suggesting to my landlady that she might turn them into Airbnbs because she was having trouble with the people paying rent. And she was like, well, who would want to come to this place? I was like, hey, I have people coming here all the time.
Wow.
And
That's a pretty good setup.
well, but you know what? She finally opened them March of this year.
Oh, really?
So she was pulling her hair out like, are you kidding me? And you know what? She stayed almost completely full.
She ought to be giving you a commission.
Well, let's just say she's working with me. When I do my live classes and stuff, I've got people right upstairs in these really great, they're like full kitchen apartments, and we do our sessions, right. And the whole building just buzzes with energy. It's amazing.
Yeah. We had William Melchizedek on last night, a brother of mine, of all of ours. And yeah, he was talking, he's been in Sedona for a while. Him and his beloved partner moved to Sedona. We were there when they went home to get their stuff and when they moved back, and we actually went to the house that they found. I did. Anyway, he kept talking about these last couple of weeks and how energetic they've been. He said, and I'm in Sedona, and I said to him, you know what? It doesn't matter where you are in this world. It doesn't matter what vortex or portal you think you're in or you're in. It's everywhere. It really is. Definitely. So this is part 2. And Marilyn, do you want to roll this thing out, or how do you want to do it?
Yeah. So yesterday I rewatched part 1, and it's just so amazing, like the parallels it also had for me to rewatch again, which I didn't realize. And so I'm excited to watch part 2.
Yeah.
And then afterward, we'll come back and
have a chit chat.
Cool.
Yeah. How about you, Candace? You got anything?
Yeah, it was the second watching for me as well. And I just enjoyed how Marilyn connected her heart energy with Leilani's. And sorry, I have a puppy in the background. Anyway, maybe he's feeling the energy too.
No, bring him on. Bring him on camera.
Oh my goodness, really? Because I will. His name's Echo.
Yeah, Echo. Echo. That's the second best. That's the second best dog name I've ever heard. The first one, I had a friend when I grew up, and his dog's name was Damn It. He'd say, "Damn it, get over here." And then he had a bird. He had one of those, what are they, cockatoos?
Oh yeah.
And that bird would be in the other room and say, "Damn it, come here." The dog would go back and forth, back and forth. Hello, Echo. Oh, that's a cute dog. What kind of dog is that?
This is a miniature Australian puppy, and he's just barely 4 months old. So
wow.
He's and it's really cold here today. We have an outside kennel where I put him for these things usually, but
no.
It's really cold. So it's a really interesting energy we have in my house because Dad's 90 and we have a kitten and now a puppy, so that energy combo is interesting. But back to you, Marilyn. I just wanted to congratulate you again about the connection that you made during the interview portion, and your pacing, your kindness, really quite lovely connection. You know, once again, this method is way more about energy and connection than a procedure or mechanics, right? So where many practitioners have found that teaching this kind of work out there is basically a step-by-step, do this, do this, do this, do this. BQH basically says, be this, feel this, you know, pay attention to the energy, that kind of stuff. And Marilyn did just a fabulous job doing that.
Yeah, she did. And a couple of the messages I received and comments, I saw the comments. Like, you're good questions. Something else about you holding space. And then I think something else about you'd be a great interviewer on Soul Speaks 5D.
I love talking to people and connecting with people.
Yeah, you got a really good rhythm. And I had a few other ones saying how brave Leilani was, which,
definitely,
you know, I've known her for a while. I know, I guess because I do. It's like 5 years. She was the first friend of Morgan's that ever was my friend.
Oh.
Yeah, she was actually watching soulogy for about 1.5 years before Morgan even knew it.
Yeah, when I was rewatching yesterday, I was just feeling how beautiful Leilani is, and like that was such a big thing to share.
I was gonna, I was gonna say that. Yeah. I mean, like,
Thank you for introducing me to her, because that was the first time we met. You know.
Wow. Yeah. Well, I think it was it like doing the show and doing other video productions. Like, you know, spirit walks and live rants and the show and other stuff. And even watching other people, I realized a long time ago, it's not even the words. It's the energy that's presented with the frequencies of sound and imagery and color and light and somewhat content a little bit or theme. It's the energy. It's that total vibration that somebody gives out. So I think on an individual level, it was a really big thing. It was a huge thing for her, like huge, like it was a big, almost like a coming out. And I think, you know, as the individual goes, so goes the collective. And so that's what I see from that. There's other aspects to it. It's multidimensional, like BQH or you know, whatever else, you know, it's serving, but just to see that energy was powerful, and yours too, right?
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks. So we're gonna turn it on now. Let's see what we got going here. Yes. We've got about 60 people. So we're gonna turn this on. This is the second part of the Beyond Quantum Healing session. The first one was yesterday, if you missed it. And here we go. Let's see. Okay, I'll see y'all after the show. Okay. I'm going to turn your mics off. Okay. Sorry about that. I could have cut the water out.
All right. Is that all right?
Yeah, that's great. Okay, so first you're going to want to go ahead and get your glass of water too.
Okay. To create a sustainable harmonic frequency
of peace and love.
Of peace and love.
Throughout myself.
Throughout myself.
And the collective.
And the collective.
You already finished your glass of water?
I'm finished, yeah.
Oh, well, you're a lot more fast at drinking than I am. I'll let you know in a
Too many drinking games.
second. So what do you see?
It's like water, but it's not water. It's kind of like floating inside a bubble, but it's big. It's not a small bubble.
Do you feel like you have a body?
Not really. No, no. Because to have a body, there's a beginning and an end, and there's no beginning and an end.
What do you see?
It's just it's like ice. Just a smooth, really smooth, shimmery, sort of glassy expanse.
How do you feel?
I feel really warm, and I guess I'm having trouble putting this into words.
That's okay, just do your best.
I feel really free. Really, really happy. Yeah, I feel just that I am love.
Are you inside or outside of the bubble?
Inside,
Is there anybody else around you?
yes.
Who is it?
They're familiar, but I don't know exactly who it is.
Do you feel like talking to them?
Sure.
Okay. Just tell me what happens next.
So I ask them where we are. And they tell me that we are everywhere. We are in no place, in no time, but we exist everywhere.
Do you feel like asking them who they are?
They said that they are me. And just as we are everywhere, we are everything. And so they are me and they are not me.
Do you feel like asking them anything else?
Not specifically. I'm just happy to be. It's like there are no questions and there are no answers.
Do you feel like asking them why you were taken to this place?
Mm. To experience the peace that I am. And wherever there is not peace, it is a distortion of the mind. And in our true state, in our true beingness, we are at peace with all and everything.
Can your bubble move around?
Yes.
Do you feel like exploring anywhere else?
Yeah, I'm kind of gliding. I'm gliding around. And there's other bubbles. But again, the other bubbles are just a reflection of my bubble. It's fun.
What does it feel like?
It feels like it can be whatever you want it to be. Just gliding around. It's wherever you want to go, it just goes. You don't need to do anything. You don't need to think.
If you could create an experience right now, what would that be?
There's dancing. whole heap of people and just dancing to the music and the beat. Everyone's just jumping and it's like it's one. All these individuals just become one. It's euphoric.
Are you familiar with the song that y'all are dancing to?
It's more a frequency. It's not really a song. And
How do you
it's just
feel?
a pulsing frequency. I feel in absolute bliss. It's like the interconnectedness of all the beings that are there expands beyond anything the human mind can conjure. And it's true peace, because when everything's so connected, no one wishes any harm on anyone, because to harm someone or something is to harm yourself. And so everyone's just so united in their bliss.
Are y'all still dancing?
Mm-hmm. It's more of a pulsing.
Do you feel like staying here and dancing some more or exploring somewhere else?
No, someone's come to me and they've said, come here, I want to show you something.
Okay.
And so we're going. We're leaving the dance hall, field, whatever it is.
Do you know who it is that's taking to show you something?
No, I don't really get a sense of who anyone is. It's a feminine energy. And it's, yeah. We're just kind of giggling, just kind of happy. Oh, she's taken me into, it's kind of like this cave, but it's bright. It's really, really bright. And it's like this cave is made of the most pure quartz crystal, and it's transparent. But it's, oh, you can feel the frequency of it. And it's just sort of like there's this hum in the cave. So energizing.
Is the being who took you there still in there with you?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you feel like asking them what this place is?
Yeah, it's kind of, we're harmonizing with that frequency so that we can move on into somewhere else. It's just like, yeah, it's kind of like a wash. But instead of being water, it's a frequency. So now we're moving through, we're leaving that cave.
Just tell me what happens next.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's a long way. We're going a long way.
How are you traveling?
And we're just kind of floating. There are no bubbles now. We're just kind of floating because we're not physical. There's no physical body. It's just, we're just consciousness.
What do you see while you're traveling?
It's just kind of light. Like we're moving really quickly, but there's no sense of space or time at the same time. And so it's just, as soon as you try to focus on something, it's just gone. It's just like beams of light.
What happened?
I just said, are we there yet? And she laughed. It's like for children. We're very childlike. Okay, so we're here. We're here, and there's green. It's all green and light, like green light.
What are your impressions about this place?
It's 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 like, I don't know.
Is the girl still with you? The woman?
Yeah, she is.
Do you feel to ask her what this place is?
Okay, it's our home. It's where we originated, where we come from.
Ask her what it's called.
Mm. She says something that I can't even think to put into words.
How are
It's
you
just a
feeling?
sound.
How are you feeling in this place?
Oh, very, very peaceful, very peaceful, very, it's just, I don't think I've ever been so comfortable before. It's like the very, very fabric of my being.
Do you still feel like an energy being, or do you feel like you have a form now?
No, yeah, I have a form.
Look down at your feet. What do they look like?
I don't have feet. I have form, but I don't have feet.
What do
I'm
you
more
look
like I'm more like just a mass. It's like a like a gelatinous mass.
What do you see around you here?
There's trees of all sorts. Like some are really wide that you can go inside and there's like little villages of some sort inside. And then there's other really, really tall trees. And underneath it's just so soft, like all the leaves and things that have fallen to the ground. And it just smells so earthy. It's just beautiful.
Do you hear anything?
Yeah, giggles.
Hmm.
It's kind of like a fairy glade. So all these little fairy-like creatures are coming out to see me. And it's like they're a bit shy at first. But they're so inquisitive.
What
And
are
they're
they
also
asking?
they're so happy to see me.
Do you
And
know?
they're saying, whoops, it's been so long since they've seen me. And so long since I've seen them. I've been on a long journey. They want to know all about it.
Are you telling them about your journey?
Yeah, yeah. And my journey to Earth. And it's like they're just a gasp. And they think I'm making it up. I told them I can't make this up.
Do you feel to ask them anything about who they are?
But they're my family. They're all a part of me, and I'm all a part of all of them.
How do you feel seeing them again?
Really happy, really joyous.
Do you feel like asking them what this place is called?
I think I'm being silly because I know what it's called.
What is it called?
I can't speak it in words. Again, it's like a sound.
Are you able to make that sound?
Yeah, I'm asking myself to. Can't quite get there.
Is this a planet?
No, not as such. Because it exists here on Earth. It's more like a dimensional, like another dimension, but still within the Earth realm.
Do you feel like going anywhere here?
I don't feel like there's anything more I can learn here.
Do you feel like traveling somewhere else now?
Sure.
Is the female energy that was with you earlier still with you?
No, she stayed behind.
Is there anybody with you now?
No. I mean, it's like a library, like a ancient library.
What do you see around you in the library?
Just walls and walls and walls of books. Never seen anything so vast.
Is there anybody else there?
Yeah, there's someone approaching me. It's a man, an old man.
What is he saying?
He's like a custodian. And he's telling me whatever I learn cannot be unlearned. And so if I wish to proceed, I've got to understand that any knowledge I gain, anything that I learn in this place, I now take with me. He's telling me that he can give me the answers to my mysteries. He can show me where they are. But then there will be no mystery. And I need to decide whether to end the mystery or not.
Do you wish to proceed?
Yes.
Is the man still there?
Yes.
Do you feel like asking him who he is?
He's like a wisdom keeper. He's just the custodian of the place. He greets people, he guides them where they need to go. And he's there to answer any questions that you may need answered.
So is now a good time to go through your questions, or
Yeah, I feel this is the right place.
okay. So are you going to be asking him the questions and he's going to be answering them? Or showing you the answers?
No, he's taken me to a section of the place where anything I need to know can be found. And if I need further clarification, he's there to answer. But
Perfect.
no, I'll be asking the questions of myself.
Perfect. So Leilani recalls a time when she used to dance and flow free from self-conscious limitations. Can she reconnect with this state and maintain the connection?
Yes, she can, but she's got to make a commitment to herself. Got to commit.
What kind of commitment does she need to make?
She needs to commit to herself. She needs to keep following her own path. It's almost like she needs to make demands. She needs to demand space. But remain committed to herself. She very, very, very quickly puts down or puts aside her own wishes and her own fulfillment so that she can fulfill things for others.
How can she choose herself first when she's so used to serving others before herself?
She needs to trust. She needs to trust that she's worthy, that she's important, that she's got I don't even know what it is. That she's got value.
Is there anything else Leilani needs to know regarding this question?
No, she knows everything she needs to know.
Where and why is Leilani blocking her path and purpose?
The why is she doesn't think she's worthy. Why doesn't she feel she's worthy?
Why doesn't she feel she's worthy? And how can she increase her self-worth?
I'm being shown something, but I can't quite make it out just yet.
Okay. Well, let me know when you make it out if you feel to share it.
Mm-hmm. This is a really hard question to answer.
Do you feel like answering it today?
At this point, I don't feel there's an answer coming.
Okay, let's move on to the next question. So, Leilani frequently feels like she's doing something wrong. Can she connect with the origin of this energy and transform it?
I'm being shown many, many visions. She's been blamed for many things. She accepts the blame. And she believes the things that she's being told. Right now, we're transforming those beliefs.
Wonderful.
We ask her the question, why would you believe what others say you are over what you believe you are?
Has this energy been transformed now?
Yes.
Can Leilani thank you. Can Leilani completely release suppressed memories without retrieval? Do you have any advice to give her or anything to show her about how she can uncreate these blockages instead of creating them?
When she sits with her pen and paper, she just needs to allow it to flow through. Open herself up again as she did in the process. And she can reconnect. She is impatient. She doesn't give it enough time.
Is it important for her to recall it and record it afterward?
No, it's not important. It's more to do with her trust and with her trusting herself. But she does, she recalls it and she uses it in conversation with other people. So it is there. She understands this.
Perfect. Thank you. What changes can Leilani make to assist her body in achieving optimum health and vitality?
She already knows the answer to this.
What is the answer?
She's got to keep moving. We've got to keep moving. When she's still, she likes being still, but it creates makes her stagnant.
Mm-hmm.
So she's just got to balance her stillness with movement. And she finds this hard because she gets very tired. But the more she moves, the better she can rest and the more vitality she'll have.
Is this why she's been walking recently?
Yes.
Is dancing another good way to shake up the stagnant energy and get things flowing again?
And dancing is the best way.
Perfect. Leilani allows herself to be distracted from her inner work and journey. How can she most effectively remove the distractions and maintain focus?
She has to value the work that she's doing. In her journeying and inner work, she has to see that it is her priority, that it is her doorway, her gateway. When she avoids or gets distracted from this work, then she and others, I can't find the word, it's not suffer, but they do not get the benefit of the work that she's doing. So it's important she prioritize. She just needs to reorganize her priorities. She understands this.
Perfect. Thank you. Where does Leilani's resistance to working with clients originate from?
Mm.
And can she clear it now?
Again, we come to trusting herself and valuing herself. There's a hidden fear. She's worried she will hurt someone or damage someone in some way. Although there is no foundation for this. It's been implanted.
Can we clear that now?
Yes.
Thank you.
We've removed the implant.
Thank you. Why is Leilani valuable, and why is it valuable for her to be working with others?
She has a vast range of experience. And so when she connects with others, she is able to connect almost always on that deep experience level. She truly understands the core of issues that others may be facing. And she can allow herself to be that open conduit for that wisdom that the client needs without attaching anything to herself.
Beautiful. Thank you. Leilani experiences pain in her right hip. What is this pain trying to tell her?
There is residual illness, residual disease cells.
Where is this located?
Mm. There is malfunction in her reproductive organs.
How can we get this functional again and healed?
We are going in and looking.
Thank you.
We have cleared what we can, and the remainder is up for her to release. It is her choice.
Is there a root cause to the origin of this disease within her?
It's trauma.
How can she... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Physical trauma.
How can she address this within herself to heal it further?
She's been on a journey of forgiveness. And she has visited this area many, many times. She has made exceptional progress.
Wonderful.
And
So forgiveness... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
no, it's okay. She's on the right path. She is going in the right direction.
Perfect. So forgiveness is going to be her key to healing this disease within her right ovary? Her reproductive?
Yes.
Forgiveness of self or forgiveness of others, or both?
Self.
Has Leilani received etheric surgery on this before? Today?
Yes.
Is it okay for Leilani to know who performed this for her before? If not, that's okay. I'm just wondering.
Pleiadians.
Wonderful. Do the Pleiadians offer etheric surgeries often? And can people ask for this?
She didn't ask.
Okay. Can Leilani, or does Leilani sabotage her success?
Yes. But it's not intentional. It's her lack of trust, a lack of value. She's working on this. She's been working on this.
Perfect. So when she trusts and values herself more, will she stop the self-sabotage?
Yes.
Thank you. Well, that's all the questions that we had before. Leilani, is there anything else that you wish to explore while you're here?
Yes.
What would you like to explore further?
We are just clearing a few residual energies from the questions that have been asked here today.
Thank you. Is there anything I can do to support this?
No.
Thank you. Is it cleared?
Yes, we are done.
Is there anything else, Leilani, that you want to explore here today?
No.
Do you feel it's time for me to bring you back to your everyday awareness now?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. Just waking up naturally and completely and fully. And you can begin to stretch and move and open your eyes whenever you're ready. Hey,
Hi.
hey, how are you feeling?
A little stiff at the moment.
Stretch it out. Do you have to use the restroom?
No. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm good.
perfect.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I do. Just grab a drink. Yeah, I remember everything.
Awesome.
Mm.
That was really cool. I enjoyed that. Thank you.
Good. Went on a little journey.
Yeah.
Can't see you. That's better.
Perfect.
Yeah. Is there anything you want to highlight from that?
So you remember the main places that we went to today?
Yeah. So hard to describe. Really hard to describe. There was like the ice, mirrory, icy, shimmery sort of place. Then the crystal cave, that was pretty cool. That was really cool. And then the place of knowledge. Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
and do you remember the green?
Yes. Oh, I can't believe I didn't mention that one. Yeah, with the fairies.
Yeah. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was really pretty. Just, nature beings, little nature beings. Apparently I am one, which doesn't really surprise me. Yeah, that was really cool.
That was really cool. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I feel I could go into a lot more detail about that. But just everything's so hard to put into words.
Yeah.
And especially because like we don't have the language for that. And I know there's a lot of people speaking light language and things like that, but yeah, it just doesn't seem to want to come out of my mouth at this point in time. So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fine. Yeah.
Mm.
Do you have any questions?
Mm, I don't think so.
Okay.
Yeah. I think I've asked enough questions for one day.
Let's see. I was trying to see how much time has passed. About an hour and a half, I guess.
Really?
Well,
Wow.
I think
Yeah.
we started at 4, so it's before my time, so it's 7:15, and I'm pretty sure the interview was about an hour and a half too. So
Mm-hmm.
I would say
Wow.
about an hour and a half.
Yeah. It went very quickly.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
how you were just taken, wherever you were meant to go.
Yeah.
Do you have any feeling now about who was guiding you at the beginning?
At the beginning, it honestly, it was someone really, really familiar, but like there's no differentiating who that was from me. It's like I was guiding myself, but I wasn't me. I don't know. I can't get that out.
I love all the giggling that happens too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's see. So, yeah, just if you have any questions, just let me know.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to talk about anything that came up during your session, if you want to do a follow-up and talk about anything, I'm here for you.
Yeah.
And
yeah. Thank you.
make sure to do some grounding exercises today. Maybe eat a potato, go take a walk, dance to some frequencies.
Oh no, that was really cool. That was
Yeah.
really cool. That was like a rave that I used to go to back in the 90s, but it was just like, it wasn't music, it was frequency and just everyone just kind of pulsing together. That was just like beyond comprehension.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Eat a potato, go put your feet outside, or it's cold there, right? So whatever you normally do to ground.
Yeah. I will. I'll probably go for a walk later today down the lake.
That sounds nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And good luck wherever this goes from here.
Thank you.
So yeah. I wanted to ask you, how did you get into BQH?
So, okay, I'm 31 now, and when I was around 20, in my early 20s, we had maybe around 20, we had a family friend who's a chiropractor, but he's the one he's the one my mom took me to about my elbow when I entered it in softball. So like he would do work on my mom's back and stuff, but he's also highly intuitive and psychic and showed me a lot about just different stuff related to energy. And I was interested in natural medicine and stuff like that. So he showed me about some of that kind of stuff and then did a past life regression on me. And basically, whenever I went into that with him, everything I was saying that I was sensing and feeling, he would say, no, that's not right. And then he would tell me what he was seeing and sensing and feeling, which wasn't the same as what I was. So as a person, and especially a young woman, I feel like that really made me not really trust myself as much and my intuition as much.
And so that's part of it. And then also like watching, I've been really interested for years, like maybe starting about 4 to 5 years ago, watching these videos on YouTube, you know, about quantum healing and all that really interests me. And Dolores Cannon is really interesting to me from like for the beginning of my awakening. So yeah, like Candace, who we talked to earlier with Todd, she was one of the first people who, like, during my awakening, I heard a radio show that she was doing, and so like she was connected to Dolores. And yeah, after watching all those sessions on YouTube, it took a while for me because I was always the type of person where I felt like I couldn't really ask questions. Like it would just like don't ask, like you're asking too much, just let it come to you and stuff. So it was like I didn't even feel to get a session after watching all the sessions. I was like, I don't feel like I can because I'm not supposed to really ask questions right now. So I felt though to learn BQH after a while, and I love the freedom of it. So I learned it in December 2018. And then it wasn't until, I guess, June 2019, I decided to finally get a session. And I did a session swap with somebody who I met in an animal communication class. So it was perfect. Like, there was a lot of people a lot of practitioners, like before I was like, you know, I do want a session, but it was like, I'm not really sure. It didn't feel right. So whenever I met this person, I was like, yes, I'm ready for my session now after wanting one for years and finally feeling like I'm able to. And so, yeah, I did the session with her. And then, I mean, I wanted to sit with it for a while just to see, like, not only the short-term effects on me, but also the long-term effects. And I guess my intention for learning it was a lot to help assist my family. And really the only person in my family who I've done a session on is my mom. And hers was really cool. That was my first session. And then like also it's been like, you know, over a year since I did hers. And so I was like asking her, you know, how did it go? Like, do you feel like that helped you? And she was like, yes. And she told me a little bit about why it helped her. So then it was like my daughters just started preschool. So it was like, okay, well, it's time for you to, because I've been staying with her. I was working before, but then she had like 3 major illnesses her first year of life. So I really took the time to stay with her and be with her like I felt to, and also help her to heal. And I started helping myself heal a lot. And so I was really fortunate to have that opportunity for a few years until she started school. And then it's like, okay, I could go back and get a regular job. So I found a job, and it was like, you know, okay, it's like money and stuff, but then it was like not really what I was feeling to do in my heart. And then I kept looking for jobs, and it was like I kept getting better like more aligned opportunities. And then it was like, you know, what do I really want to do though? And I just listened to my heart, and it was like beyond quantum healing. So I was like, dang, okay, well, my friend asked me for a session, and I did feel like ever since I first learned BQH, I was going to do a certain amount of free sessions before I started offering them for an exchange, because I guess it was partly because I didn't really value myself and like like how much energy I'm putting into it, because I love assisting others and connecting with others. But yeah, after doing my free sessions, and especially the last free session that I did, it was kind of like, you know, this is really invaluable. These experiences, it's really invaluable. And if I am going to do this instead of like a normal job,
which I can do and I can always go do, then I'm going to have to charge an energy exchange for it. You know, if this is what, like I was talking to Spirit, and I'm like, if this is what I'm to do, then I'm going to need to be able to support myself and my daughter while doing this. So I just, went live on Facebook and was like sharing about what it is and why I believe in it, and people started booking in. So I don't have a website or anything yet, even though I do help people create websites sometimes. I just haven't really felt to create my website yet or like finalize it, but it's going well so far and I'm enjoying it because I learn a lot, and it's what lights me up. It's what I'm passionate about. So I'm really glad that I chose this for myself. And I'm trying this out because I love it, and I feel like it's helping the people who I'm facilitating it for, and also in the process of doing that, helping myself because it's what I enjoy, and like a lot of stuff that people are asking me is really mirrors back a lot of stuff that I'm seeking within myself as well. So it's just, I couldn't imagine anything more beautiful to be doing. And
well, just talking to you now, I feel a lot of resonance in like my questions and what I've written and what I seek to know about myself, and you know, we've come in parallel in some of those, and I think that's really interesting. That intrigues me.
Yeah, I feel that too.
Yeah, and like that's where I've been having difficulty is like, you know, what I do I can't really define, and I know it's important and I know there's value in it, but I've always done it just out of my own heart. And it's like how do you transition into, you know, having that exchange, like you need to be self-supportive. And you know, just how do you make that leap? Yeah. So hopefully I've got some clarity today in how to do that.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it was just doing it really before you're ready. It's just put it out there and see, you know. And for me, it was like any failure or anything is really just an opportunity. So if I fail, so what? The difference between people who fail and succeed are the people who keep trying. So even when something doesn't work out quite right, you know, there's always another way or another thing to try. And just, I feel like it's beautiful, the work you're wanting to explore more about connecting more in the transpersonal counseling. I love connecting with people too, and if that lights you up, you know the work that you can do for people is invaluable too because of who you are.
Well, I really believe it's the whole reason we're here in this human incarnation is to connect, you know, and to connect on that human level. So yeah, see where it goes. See where it goes. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you very much. I am very appreciative of today. And I'll keep in touch and I'll let you know what changes for me, what clarity I got.
Yes, I would love to know. I would love to know that, and let me know if you decide to start offering your services. I would love to hear more about that. And one of the things I love doing is supporting people's businesses and stuff. So if you put anything out there, let me know, and I'll be all over that supporting you because I know what you have to offer is powerful work, and it was an honor.
Thank you.
For you.
Yeah.
It's
all
great.
Right. All right. So and I give my full permission to use this video and this session in whatever way you guys deem fit. I'm going to opt out now. I don't want to be involved in the rest of this.
Okay.
So I'm just going to bow out and you use it. You have my full permission.
Everybody on?
Yeah.
How's that? When you pop back in, it knocked something off. I don't know what happened. We had two Zoom screens going. How long was it like that? Was it like that very long? Just a couple
Not
of
long.
minutes.
Not long.
Yeah. So that was cool. That was cool.
Yeah.
It was very cool. That's what I tend to term the session that Marilyn had with Leilani a high level session.
Hmm.
And a push button session. Both of those two things, meaning she was really engaged. She offered a lot of information and she went to some incredible places. I mean, the cave and the place of knowledge and all these things. These are all places now that she can revisit in her meditations and her dreams and other things like that. Now, not all sessions are like that. You know, BQH is so wide open. Basically, the idea is you'll go where your consciousness feels you need to focus. And for some, that's a simple past life
Mm-hmm.
or a life on another planet, or for some people, it's actually their current life. And that just gave me buzzes, actually. So some people think when their current life shows up that something's wrong. And, you know, my position is no, that's just what you're supposed to be looking at. And let's see why. Right. So, but this was just spectacular. And congratulations again to you, Marilyn. And Leilani, have you, I mean, I know she didn't want to be a part of this anymore, but did she get back with you subsequently? And if she did, what did she have to say?
She's offering end of life services right now. So she has a post on her Facebook page about that. And yeah, I'm interested to see how that evolves. I know one other person who recently came out with that service, and I've been interested in that for a couple years, actually, ever since Pamela Ehrlin mentioned spiritual hospice. I was like, yeah, I'm really interested in hearing more about people who are doing that and offering that kind of work. So that's a big support to offer to people. And like, it has a lot to do with connecting with people, talking with people, sharing with people. And Leilani has also mentioned perhaps getting certified in BQH as well. Yeah, so we'll see where that goes too.
She'd be brilliant at it. You can just tell.
Yeah, definitely.
So how do people find out more? How do people get in touch? So you're a practitioner, practicing practitioner. Obviously, Candace, you are too. But also, so there'd be a BQH website, and then Maryland people would just get in touch with you through Facebook?
Yeah, there's a whole directory that Candace has created for practitioners. So do you want to share more about that, Candace?
Sure. But the first thing I want to say is the quantumhealers.com directory. We don't just list BQH or even just QHHT practitioners. We list any practitioner who's open-minded and wants to be in our group and in our community, because not only is it a directory, there's an associated support forum for other practitioners. But our directory is really easy to use, and you can search by whether you want in-person or online services. You can search by areas of the country. You can search by modality. You can even search by language. So there's a lot of different ways to find somebody to assist you. And quite frankly, you know, Marilyn, I was listening carefully when you were talking about that you don't have a website yet. You know, even the easy websites these days are kind of difficult to keep updated. Even for me, doing this all this time, I've got a website, but I find my listing on the quantumhealers.com, it's so easy and intuitive to keep it updated that when clients actually ask me for current information, I just tell them to go to the quantumhealers.com website and look me up. So you can find lots of people in two ways like that. And that's, you know, you can find Marilyn, I guess, on Facebook and on our directory.
Yes.
Very
And
cool.
actually, since then, I have created a website, and it's gobeyondwithmarilyn.com.
Oh, you have.
However, I have received more people reaching out to me through the directory than on my website so
That's
far,
cool.
at least. So,
So so obviously if somebody wanted to look into being a practitioner, they'd go to quantumhealing.com,
Quantumhealers.com.
quantumhealers.com.
Yeah.
So you're wet. So that what technically is the BQH website actually is also a directory for various modalities and numerous practitioners.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it the BQH website. And here's why. There's a tab up there where you can find some of that. But we support practitioners who do other modalities as well. Here's an example. You probably have heard of Michael Garber and Ron Amit, and they've got a fabulous modality that they now have created called illuminated quantum healing. And we support everybody who does whatever version of healing they want out there. So I would really never call the quantumhealers.com site a BQH website. It's easy to find my class there, but we support all practitioners, whether they are supporting, practicing something traditional, conventional, or something of their very own making.
That's cool. That's what I meant. I meant like you could have just made it singular.
Right. Well, we started 12 years ago.
Okay.
Just with Dolores and just with QHHT practitioners until.
Oh, you started this 12 years ago while you were doing.
We did.
While you were with Dolores.
Yes, we did. And back then, we only listed, back then we were the official website. When Dolores was alive, we were the official website. Okay. Then she died and everything sort of changed. And so we just had to morph into something else.
Wow.
Because of all the changes.
So there's more to the story.
Yeah. Oh, yes, there is.
It's very cool.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean by remix. When I said remix yesterday, I mean taking something and working with what you have as circumstances change.
Yeah. Evolving, like we all kind of have to in a world
that
we're living in.
That's right.
Yeah. There's so many different modalities on there. And also I love, one thing I've always really admired about Candace is how inclusive she is of people doing different, it's okay if somebody's doing something different than you and you can still support them. And that's really beautiful and not often always found, so I really appreciate that about you, Candace. Thank you.
Yeah, that's good.
Thank you both.
Morgan always says it's a buffet, and you go where you resonate or need to go. Yeah. It's like soulogy. It's a buffet.
I like that analogy. That works because isn't it all about individual choice and not imposing control or realities upon others? I mean, it's pretty straightforward in my mind, but it's not a universal idea yet, apparently.
It's getting there.
I hope so.
Energetic imprints. That's nice. That's really cool. And I think we'll see more of that stuff too. I do.
Todd, can we mention the coupon code?
Yes, you can mention it. Yeah.
So we've got a coupon code for the BQH class for 11 days with soulogy, all caps, and 11. So if you head on over to quantumhealers.com, you can get 11% off the course by using that code. And after that, or alongside of that, Marilyn also has her code, and I'll let her tell you what that is.
Okay, yeah, I think that's on my website. So if anyone wants to go to my website, there's a button where you can see that. So yeah, yes. I really don't want this to be about like me. I'm just like, the whole point of this is showing what BQH is, and that also like I'm new to this, and I was very new to this, facilitating the session that was aired, and really just to show like the importance of connection, and also that anyone can do it,
Yeah.
True. All you have to have is heart and want to help people.
True. Yeah.
And somebody did say they wanted to know how to schedule a session with you, but I can't find it now. Oh, here it
Okay.
is. Yeah, Michael. So
Oh,
just
yeah.
message Marilyn,
Yep.
right?
Mhm.
And quantumhealers.com.
Yep.
All right. Okay. Well, I appreciate y'all doing this. We've been wanting to do something like this for a long time, and now we know. Now we know. So thank you very much
Yeah.
for being part of it. Thank you, Leilani, for being brave. That first part was pretty intense. All of it.
Mhm.
Just even being I don't know. I haven't seen anybody. I haven't looked that deep though that actually film sessions. I'm sure there are people that are. I know there's people that do the audio, but that was very cool to see all the frequencies of the imagery too.
Yeah, Alba Weinman has done a lot of video recorded ones. I think we mentioned her actually at the very beginning of our interview. So,
But you know what was really unusual is showing the entire process from the beginning, just the connecting of these two beings before they ever went exploring.
Yeah.
That really was quite beautiful, and the tenderness and the love between them both, and from Marilyn. Well, I got choked up more than once. I'm
Yeah. That's what
very
I was.
pleased to have watched and call you colleague, Marilyn. You're just really brilliant.
That's what I was referring to before this episode. This second half, was the. It's not even the words. It's just the showing up, the intentions, the heart. We're just making this shift up as we go.
And y'all are going to make me cry because both of you have been so influential on my journey through what you have shared and who you are, who both of you are. So it's just surreal that we're all here together. And it's just, thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I feel the same way about you, young lady.
Have you noticed that she just keeps getting pinker and pinker every time we see her?
Yeah. I was talking to her on a private call, and her lighting was doing some weird stuff last night. So I don't know what's going on over there. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everyone, for watching. And I appreciate the opportunity to be a part of this. Thanks.
Absolutely. Oh, there was one. Jeanette said it's a capital SOULOGY.
All capitals, all
11.
caps.
11, right?
All caps, though. Yeah. Not just the first letter, all caps 11.
Yeah. Okay. We
All
got it. All right. Bye, ladies. Thank you.